So this is a different type of video than what I would usually do. It's a developer thoughts video, sort of, but with a featuring of Oblivion, as you can see. This is my favorite game of all time. Years later, I still find this game to be incredibly beautiful and incredibly deep. That being said, I'm doing this type of video today because I'm still sick, as you can probably hear in my voice. I've been wondering a lot about how I'm going to continue forward with the channel. I worry that I'm putting too many videos out about the VR development of the project I'm working on. At this rate, that type of video is going to take over the channel for the next month while I complete that project, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. That's pretty funny. Oblivion crashed while I was in the middle of talking. This game is so old, and that happens so often. But it's still such a beautiful game. Anyway, I think I was talking about my concerns with uploading a different type of content. Or perhaps I should ease back on the VR project design stuff a little bit. Because as you can see in the videos, sometimes it takes a very long time to design even a simple area in the game. And that isn't necessarily fun to watch. I mean, as a designer, I think it is, but other designers might not think so. Other people that watch might not think so. Maybe I could speed the videos up to 600 times instead of 300 times to try to fit more content in the same, more digestible amount of time. I mean, I don't think anybody really wants to watch 30 minutes straight of level design or game design stuff. I've also been thinking a lot about how I want to do some kind of VR Let's Play type of thing, perhaps, with Skyrim VR. Because, of course, as you most likely know from watching this channel, I'm incredibly obsessed with VR. It's a huge game-changing technology, I believe. It has its issues, and we have a lot to work on as developers, but it's super fun to work with, and it's really awesome technology. And Skyrim VR is, in my opinion, still one of the best VR experiences that is currently available. It is a full-scale VR game that's an open world. We don't really have any of those currently. There's a few things here and there, but nothing quite like that. And of course, it isn't technically a, quote, real VR game because it's a port. It wasn't designed from the ground up to be VR, but it's still impressive for what it is. I even found a mod for Skyrim VR that allows you to speak the dialogue options in a dialogue menu, and your character will proceed through conversation as if you had actually spoke those lines in the game. It's pretty incredible stuff. And it works really well, even though it's a DLL and Windows speech recognition running on top of the actual game. It's pretty cool that it works at all. I am excited to get back into regular videos, though, whenever I stop being so sick. I mean, nobody wants to see someone sick on camera. At least I don't think they do. I even bought a new ring light for when I'm finally able to start being on camera again after I'm not sick, which should increase the lighting a good bit. I've also wondered what I'm going to do with the VR project I'm working on once I have it to a more playable state. As I've said in the past, I don't think it's necessarily going to be a game. Like, I love VR games, but I think for the scale that I'm trying to work on it, I need it to be more of a VR experience, which is kind of what I want right now anyway. I want something to experience without dealing with combat, which may sound strange from a game designer point of view, but sometimes it's nice just to walk through things. VR is about escapism in so many ways. And I've considered putting it up on Steam for like a couple dollars as an early access title when I get that town done. Just something to walk through and explore. Perhaps even put some NPCs in, just going about an AI schedule. I mean, I wonder how people would take that, because it wouldn't be a game, it would be an experience. And I don't know if people are really ready for something like that. Maybe not so much, maybe ready's not the right word. Maybe it's that people don't really, we haven't really had anything like that for VR. I mean, sure, there's a few things here and there, but nothing like what I'm trying to do that I'm aware of. Anyway, thanks for watching. Consider liking and subscribing if you want to see more of this type of content, or the game design stuff, or the developer thoughts whenever I'm able to not be sick and be back on camera. Thanks for watching. Consider liking and subscribing, or watching some of the VR development stuff, and I'll see you tomorrow.